Top 10 School Manhwa you should read. There is a new type of comic book hitting the shelves, and it's called the School Manhwa. Looking for some great school manhwa to read? Then check out our list of the top 10 school manhwa you should read. From classic tales of young love and friendships to more modern stories of rising up against the establishment, these school manhwa have it all. So whether you are a sucker for a romantic drama or you are looking for something with a bit more edge, be sure to check out our top 10 list. And also before we start, be sure to subscribe and like for more top 10s videos. Starting off with our number 10. Crepuscule, Yamchi. Lark is different from the rest of the kids. He has red eyes, just like vampires do, and he is bullied by all the kids for it. One day, he meets Zeds, a genuine vampire of a noble clan who is the only one that doesn't call him a monster or bully him. Eventually, they become friends, but when Lark finds out he may even have to return to the orphanage, Zeds decides he does not want to lose his friend, so he invites him to his own, the world of the vampires. Nice story, sometimes kind of primitive, but overall I like this manga. Number 9. Second Life of a Gangster. This is really good. The MC is actually very interesting and the idea of a path of redemption is actually original. I think this will be a very good manhwa. It's interesting how he's trying to correct all his mistakes and there are already 2 potential love interests. It says it doesn't have romance, but on the app I'm reading it on, it says it does. And one of the things he wrote down that he wanted to do since he got a second chance at life was to fall in love or find real love. It was one of those don't remember, but I am honestly looking forward to reading this. I definitely recommend you to give it a try. Number 8. The 10th class Lout of the Night family. The human world is on the verge of destruction after the attack of the Demon King Erotin. After the fight against the Demon King, the Gold Dragon, Exigar, is reincarnated as a human, kind Rocktail, who is a Lout that knows nothing about magic. While trying to escape from his sword-crazed family's duties to stay at the training camp by hiding his sword skills, Kane is on the verge of being exiled because of the unexpected message from his family head. Amidst all of this, the Demon King, with a new appearance, is also looking forward to reuniting with him. Number 7. The Teacher of Perishable Villains. This story's plot is not the ridiculous ones you find. His art is amazing and it's 10 out of 10. But this story's plot is also nice. Wouldn't it be possible to prevent a bad reputation if we turn children destined to become destructive villains into hunters and legendary hunters? If you don't do anything, waiting is just a terrible reputation. Would minus the points for that, but the art is amazing, so overall 8 out of 10. Number 6. Academy's Undercover Professor. This manga is really interesting. MC gets a fake identity as a teacher at a really good academy. He is doing a good job at being a teacher, but his students think he is a big shot and the students are a bit scared of him, but still comes to his class cause they think he's a big shot and wants to learn more. The start of this manga is really good and I have high expectations for this, and the art is really good. I think it's gonna be like I am really not the demon god's lackey, kinda, like where people that know MC thinks he's really powerful but he is really not. I'm not sure, but I have high expectations for this. Moving on to our number 5. The Novels Extra Remake. Better than I had expected. The story is amazing. The characters might seem annoying so far, but they get a lot better and are bearable. The character crew became one of my favorites in the future as a novel reader. Waking up, Kim Ha-jin finds himself in a familiar world but an unfamiliar body. A world he created himself and a story he wrote, yet never finished. He had become his novel's extra, a filler character with no importance to the story. The only clue to escaping is to stay close to the main storyline. However, he soon finds out the world isn't exactly identical to his creation. Overall, this is a spectacular story and a must-read for the most part. Number 4. Hanlim Gym. Tired of being packed on, Yongga, the new transfer student, decides to fight back and discovers he can pack a punch. He soon becomes the top of the food chain, savoring his new title as the toughest guy at school. But he meets his match when Suho Kong, the champion of the PvP games, single-handedly takes him down and his crew. To earn back his honor, Yongha decides to join the PvP games. Will he finally get the satisfaction of beating Suho up? Or will he gain something more? Number 3. Overpowered Sword. The protagonist of a story is always decided from the start. No matter how hard the supporting role tries, they will just be a supporting role in the end. Then, a moment came where all of that changed. The Holy Sword that was supposed to choose the hero of the Oracle instead came to the main character. Main character is untalented, poor, and have no connections. But he doesn't need to worry anymore because he's gonna be trained by a hero who can resolve anything with the Holy Sword. This is where Leon's story as the hero begins. This manhwa is very good. Art is awesome and very detailed during fight scenes. Side characters are written very well and you will barely find any cliché characters in this manhwa. The story is also quite unique and interesting. This is a must-try for fantasy manhwa fans. Number 2. Return of the Legendary Spear Knight. This is not bad, especially coming here after reading Reincarnation of the 8th Circle Magician, which is the exact same story but with a different weapon. This one is way better though. The MC is smart and knows how to use his strength and knowledge to enact his revenge. I don't need to go over the plot since it's typical for these reincarnation stories. Joshua Sanders, the legendary spearman who ended the brutal civil war, shattered the belief that one must wield a sword to be a master knight. He fought in the service of his friend, Emperor Caesar van Breton, but it is all for the naught when his fearful comrades try to kill him. He is on the brink of death when his trusty weapon, Lucia, signs and propels him back to his stables of his childhood. With his mighty spear in hand, Joshua is dead set on revenge in this life. This is actually very good reincarnation and revenge manhwa, and the MC is a noble. And he becomes OP AF very quickly. And finally, number 1. Mercenary Enrollment. I really like how the main character goes into school without much of a personality. It leaves a lot of room for character development. At the age of 8, Ijin Yu lost his parents in a plane crash and became stranded in a foreign land, forced to become a child mercenary in order to stay alive. He returns home 10 years later to be reunited with his family in Korea, where food and shelter are plenty and everything seems peaceful. But Ijin will soon learn that life as a teenager is a whole other feat of survival. With only 1 year of his high school left, Ijin must master new tactics to maneuver his way around the schoolhouse battleground. Can he survive a year of high school? Or rather, will the school be able to survive him? It's pretty good. The main character's reactions are more human-like than in other manhwa that are treated with OP main character that deals with bullies. Okay people, the above were all the best recommendations by We Love Anime. I hope that you will like at least one of them. Each manhwa is perfect in its own way, and also subscribe for daily top 10s.